What's up guys, I'm Sean. Next mod on my track car, replacing the rear glass with Lexan and replacing the quarter glass with Lexan. I'm going to remove the quarter glass first to give me more access to the rear glass, and obviously I just pulled off my wing to give me more access. I made a video a few years ago on how to remove the rear quarter glass. It's actually pretty easy. You have to pop off this cap right there and this cap, and then there's a 10mm nut. And then the rear, because mine is a track car, I basically have a zip tie there. But if yours is stock, you just have to pop off that tab and move that piece. Both rear quarter glass are out. Now I have full access to this. I'm going to tackle this first. I put some tape around the glass so I don't scratch up the car. This is a tool I bought from Amazon. It was about 18 bucks. This will help remove the rear glass, and it comes with a double blade. I'll put a link in the description. So I'm going to remove this trim and then try to use this tool, use some razor blades, maybe some wire that I have to fish through. I use a sharp razor to cut the gasket like this and also like this, and therefore I'm slowly able to pull the gasket up and away from the glass. I see a little wire here going to my short fin, but I don't have a radio or navigation or anything left, so I don't know if I even need it, but probably not going to touch it. Now we're ready to cut underneath the rear glass using this tool right here. And inside the car, I make sure that all the wires are unhooked and the razor is not going to cut anything. And also, when I have some troubles, what I can do too is I can get the razor and go underneath the glass and start my cuts in the inside as well. This tool's ready. There's a pretty sharp blade right here. Here we go. I just poked a knife through. I just fed the steel wire through. It's an 18 gauge cable. This is actually perfect. I have a screwdriver with an opening in the end to feed the steel cable through. And I'm going to roll it around a few times, and this will be my handle. Work my way around the glass. Here's another technique. I'm using a knife and just slowly working my way across the bottom of the glass. The bottom is pretty loose. I stuck a pry bar in there. So you're gonna need a bunch of these type of flat spatula type things. And I use the heat gun to heat at the corner, so this side is coming up. So definitely making progress. Yeah. Now I'm gonna clean all this up using a flat blade like this. I just cleaned up the glue residue with my scraper all around, so it's pretty flat and smooth. I got most of it out. My polycarbonate rear windshield is here. I picked it up from BimmerWorld. It's made by 5-Star Race Car Bodies. 5-Star actually makes race parts for NASCAR and other types of racing organizations. This is 3/16" thick polycarbonate. It's molded. It's also more resistant coated, and it's pre-cut. And here's some basic instructions. Do not over tighten the screws. Don't use liquid thread locker. Do not use rivets, and special ways to clean it. So I already did a test fit. It actually fits really nice, and comparing it to OEM, you can tell that it is molded. It has a natural curvature just like OEM, which is nice. Now let's see how much it weighs. So this polycarbonate is just about 10 pounds. Let's see how much the OEM rear glass weighs. So this is about 18 pounds. So a difference about 8 pounds. 8 pounds doesn't seem like much, but removing 8 pounds from a high point of the car being the rear glass, it actually lowers the center of gravity. So it's a good thing. Here's a test fit of the polycarbonate. I measured it all. I think it's pretty even. Like I was saying, this polycarbonate piece is molded and pre-cut, so it actually fits really nice like OEM. And then I put green tape underneath where I plan to drill. So there's 3 holes on this side, 5 on the top, 3 on that side, and 4 on this side. So now I just got to start drilling. I'm gonna start off with a really small bit and start working my way around. I'm going to start off with a step bit that I put a little piece of tape so I don't go past that. I removed the polycarbonate and I drilled out the holes in the car slightly larger. And then on the polycarbonate I drilled it out slightly larger as well. And here's a test fit with all of the hardware mounted. And everything goes in smoothly. And of course I'm going to put a washer underneath this. This is just a test fit. Because the polycarbonate is clear, I'm going to mask around the borders like OEM. I masked it all up, now it's ready for paint. Gloss black protective enamel. I gave it about 24 hours and now the border is dry. So far it looks pretty good. I went to my local hardware store and bought a bunch of bolts, nuts, and washers, and these are all stainless steel. And I have 1 inch and 3/4 inch. The car is all cleaned up, and I'm going to lay down some black adhesive silicone sealant. The silicone sealant has been applied, and I just moved it out with my fingers, and I'm going to install the polycarbonate rear window. Alright guys, everything done. It's all bolted up. I had my wife help me. She was holding the Allen key in the top and I went inside the car and I tightened the nut on the bottom. The black border actually looks really OEM. Happy how it turned out. And I installed the 3rd brake light using double-sided tape. So that gives it an OEM look as well. And I ran another bead of silicone sealant all around the outside for more weather protection. So I think it came out really nice. Gives it that OEM look. And hopefully it's waterproof. But I parked my car in the garage and I don't daily drive it, so it should be okay. Eventually, if I get tired of the way the stainless steel bolts look, I may paint it black or maybe put vinyl on top of it. But overall, it's really nice. Very, very clear too. You can barely tell, but here's how it looks from the inside. 3rd brake light, double-sided tape. Just washers and nylon lock nuts everywhere. Stay tuned for my next video where I install the polycarbonate quarter windows. Until then, hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.